Welcome to Ultimate Producer, the beat battle series that focuses on artists and their talents. Today we have a prize of $50. In this battle, 4 contestants will compete against each other using a sample I provided. The wild card of today is reversed. Every signal of audio must be reversed. You cannot use a reverse on a reverse sample or sound. You are allowed to cut and retime the reversed audio, however. Myself and a guest judge will be scoring beats in 5 categories using a scale of 1 to 10. Creativity, integration, production quality, arrangement, and X factor. All scores will be added together and the overall highest score wins. Our guest judge today is J Figgy.
What's up, guys? My name is J Figgy. I am a artist in all ways, like that'd be music, some painting, drawing, mediums, design, you name it. I like to do all things creative. So that is who I am. That's what I like to do. I'm happy to be back. I'm always down to do this. This is so fun. So let's get this ball rolling.
The sample for today's battle is all right. The most genuine start ever. Welcome. This is the third battle. I have J Figgy joining me for the third beat battle in the beat battle series. This one was delayed because of holidays and different stuff, and because I'm the only editor and recorder and processor of all the information, so I had to delay this being filmed and edited and everything. But now we're here, so today's battle, I don't know what to call them just yet, has a challenge card. Is kind of what I'm doing right now, where basically I randomly draw one of 30 different challenges that will actually cause some kind of chaos or mayhem to a producer that you'll have to adjust to. Today's challenge was randomly selected by a random number picker, and it chose reversed, which means every single signal of audio has to be reversed in their submission. All right, J Figgy, pick a number between 1 and 4.
2.
2, okay, perfect. We're going to play the second submission, so this is just kind of random order. Whoever the second submission will be played first. We have 4 contestants in today's battle, so we will be just going through them in a random order. I'll start with 2, and then I'll have you pick another number, and then I'll pick a random one, and then we'll go from there. Be pretty easy. This is Plastic Faith. This is a submission for the beat battle. His commentary for the start of it was, "This beat sucks. For I had no time to make music, and I was more busy preparing for my next upcoming exams. However, I still hope the judges at least enjoy the mess I've created." And I picked a sample specifically this time, instead of randomly just choosing one. I actually picked the sample out because it sounded the most tolerable with reverse, because I wanted to have a good opportunity for them to actually do something cool with it. Yeah, so I was like, it'll hopefully sound pretty neat. Everything should sound really weird because of the nature of it being reversed. All right. This is Plastic Faith, and the song is called Output 1-2, because he didn't even name it. Here we go. Woo! That's the sample. Not the bass, but the beginning. I'm liking this so far.
Me too. So interesting. I love the concept of this so far.
It's like 8-bit space. They cut it short, I think, by 30 seconds, because I believe 2 minutes is our total length. So they did it 1 minute 35. That was pretty cool. That gave me a lot of like Minecraft vibes or like indie game.
That was so,
It's pretty.
honestly, for me, that was so pleasant to listen to.
Such a classic Faith W.
I just think that's just so cool, man. Like, first of all, like the concept of this like battle idea, and then to just be able to create something that honestly sounds like somebody could like sing to or rap to or just put something on. I felt like that was pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, the reverse I think is like a good challenge because it's like not impossible. It's still very doable, but it's like how do I do it is like the question that I think every producer should try at least once to make a beat that actually like is weird reverse like that. Alrighty, so creativity. What would you give it for creativity? Do you want to start it off or you want me to kind of start it off?
I guess I'll let you start this one off so I can kind of get an understanding of like, you know, your sample and how things were implemented and stuff so that I can, you know, kind of wager that.
So for me, I think everything is probably going to score pretty high for creativity in this category just because you're kind of have to. You're forced to be creative with how I forced everyone to play something in reverse. Like everything has to be reversed. So obviously it's not going to sound like any music we've really heard before.
Right.
And I think creativity wise, I will say one thing in terms of creativity knocks it down a little bit for me, right? Because like I said, some of the contestants gave me a little more info, like, oh yeah, I like reversed it and I chopped it so it would play in normal order but in reverse, like the signal line. So I was like, okay, that's really creative. Like I didn't even think to necessarily do that. I mean, I probably would have come up with something along those lines to do something like this myself, but I was like, that's really creative. In this case, it sounds like the drums are literally just reversed, like a whole track is kind of just reversed, which still sounds cool and still sounds different. I like the 8-bit vibes on like the overall kind of space indie, like subtle piece of the whole entire track.
Maybe like in the video game, like you said, because I love like 8-bit type eerie beats. I like things with a lot of reverb in it and stuff like that. It's just so nice to listen to, and I felt like yeah, that was pretty creative. Even the drums felt like drums backwards, and I was like, yeah, that's
and they were
pretty
like
neat.
Really 8-bit sounding. I don't know if that was because he actually like bit crushed them or if it was just naturally because they were like reversed, and I just don't know if that's like what his drums just sounded like normally reversed, you know?
Yeah, I'm curious, Plastic Faith, what your like thought process was in all this. It's pretty neat.
Probably pain because of having to do all the exams and rushing it.
Oh yeah, and with you saying that it was not gonna be good, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of wild to me.
Sample integration. Do you want to take this one since I took creativity?
Yeah, sample integration. I felt like, I mean, it was there. I felt like it was pretty much there, like the bass. You know what I'm saying? Like the bass sound, like the main sound.
I don't know, like using the sample in an interesting way is kind of what I look for the most. Interesting, and then also like it just fits really well with the track, which I think he did both of. But I think that in terms of sample integration, I think it was well integrated. It sounded nice. It was solid. It was in there. I could tell where it was and stuff like that. I heard it immediately. He half-timed it, so he slowed it down by double. All right, production quality. I think production quality is awesome, especially for being a reverse beat. The headphones I'm wearing are industry standard mixing, mastering headphones. And it sounded super awesome on these. Like it sounded like it was all around me. It was moving. The bass was really pleasant, which is really good because it wasn't like overbearing the track or anything like that. Like it felt like it all had body, had movement, had stuff, and it was reversed. Like that's like what the best way to describe the track is just like I would sit there and just be like pretty.
Yeah, I definitely felt like I can agree with you on the production quality. It was really, really good.
Now the X factor and originality.
I would say that's pretty original, and then there's also like aspects though that do make it sound gamey. I know that there's like a couple like 8-bit game things that will like pop up in our head, but at the same time, it's not fully like gamey. It's like
it feels aesthetic.
It
feels like it's got a aesthetic vibe to it.
I was trying to figure out what genre in my head this was. I was like, is it like a video game genre? Is it like a indie synth genre? Is it like a?
Probably put this myself genre wise. Like if I had to define this, it's probably going to be somewhere like indie ambient. Nobody's had a perfect 10 so far in terms of like wowing us, I feel like. And like that's the thing. I know that's probably harsh to say, but if there's no critiques I can give something, that's a 10 to me. If I can't sit here and be like, I didn't like this part, like, or like, oh, like the bass is a little too loud at this section or something, or like I just didn't like the melody in this part, like then that's like, okay, that knocks it down a point or something to me in my mind.
Yeah. Not hitting a 9 or a 10 is not like, it's not like, oh man, like I did bad. No, dude, like that's good. Like good job. Like that was, yeah.
All right. Awesome. We'll move forward from Plastic Faith. All right. We have Eliks. I don't know how to say it. I guess it's Eliks. It's Eliks.
Eliks.
You can find him on SoundCloud. There will be a link in the description if you want to go stream Eliks music. The short bio is guitar. That's all he said.
Nice.
What will you do with the prize money? He said, buy 1 million beers. And then, how did you hear about the competition? He said, I don't know. I was just in the server.
Nice.
Already here. He existed.
Chill guy.
Alrighty. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Here comes Eliks. That's probably the sample. That's simple, yeah. Those are my chords. Sorry, I looked over at your face. you just look like.
Oh boy.
I understand that this is hard, and I know that not everyone. I don't know. Like I feel like for a lot of my battles, I understand that you probably have to be in like the mindset of like, I'm gonna, you gotta like dig deep for some of these challenges to really get creatively inspired by it and stuff, and like really make something out of it. It's also just hard, I think, in general, to be, I guess like forced or like pressured to make something. And I know that not everyone works well under like a pressure or a clock or under like guidelines that are just like pressuring you to do something a certain way. So anyways, creativity. Do you want to take this one first?
Sure. So I am gigantic on creativity. And I will say I feel like I might have only heard 2 sounds with like an envelope shaper. And yeah, I mean, it seemed cool, and I feel like honestly you take that and then you like throw a bunch of drums and stuff on it. It'd be a cool like a sample of a sort, like a sample within a sample.
Sample integration. I think obviously he used the sample. That's what the whole main melody lead was. Eliks, you did great. Or Eliks, I guess. I know that it's hard to do stuff, especially if you weren't like, if you kind of just rushed it or had no time or whatever for it. But sample integration, like I said, it's obviously just the sample that we're hearing making a melody. Like I said, there is one spot that technically changes. Production quality. You want to take this first?
The production quality, I will say, it's so hard to just think because I'm just talking to you right now because I'm struggling. It's just even after listening to the video of the guy just like, yeah, it's just 2 tracks, and then he's like, oh man, I don't even know what I just did. That just makes me laugh, bro. That's just so funny.
In all honesty, let's just give him a point for how funny that video explanation was.
Okay, I gotta explain how I made the beat, even though it's barely anything. It's literally, in FL Studio, it's literally 2 channels, but, or two tracks, I guess, but I gotta explain how I made it so that I'm not cheating, I guess. So, this is the kicks, I guess. I don't actually remember how I made this. Oh, I remember what I did. I kind of did what NGC did. He made like a bunch of like tiny little signals or whatever, and then he chopped them up, and then I consolidated. I reversed all of those tiny little signals, and then I consolidated them and faded them out. And then for this, which is This is like the only thing of like. This is literally the only thing. This beat is so underwhelming. It's so empty.
You did something, and at least like the bass at least sounded somewhat good with the sample. Again, it's not a huge production, so I don't think it could get any more points than that. But that's my thought process.
All right, arrangement. You know, it had change, but only one change, and it was just cut. It wasn't even like for instance, a crash reversed is already what our producers use all the time for transitions. It's so simple, and you could already just throw one of those in there. Originality.
That too.
Yeah, I agree with that too. All right, there's only two artists left, and I'll just play the first submission first, which would be CherriBomb.
CherriBomb.
Title is just called Hue. That's what we're dealing with. It's a reverse track. It is 1 minute long. Are you ready, J Figgy?
I'm ready.
Here we go. How do you feel? How does this beat make you feel?
Uncomfortable.
Yeah. What's funny is the Kiss Me song is actually kind of in key with my sample, which is actually kind of pleasant.
But it's not reversed.
No, yeah, this is disqualified. It's just disqualified. So there's only 3 contestants.
Oh, CherriBomb, just reverse it all and do that.
So because it is disqualified, we're not going to spend time judging it because it is just obviously a meme song that they uploaded for fun. The track name is P.F. What else do I have to tell you?
Yeah. It's like you could tell immediately it was going to be a meme.
That's probably what a lobotomy sounds like. Thank you for the submission, CherriBomb. I appreciate it nonetheless. It's funny. I don't mind, you know? You are disqualified, though.
Oh, womp womp. DQ.
Last one is by NGC5194. They are on Newgrounds if you'd like to listen to any of their music. Very talented artist from what I know. Work with him on some other projects and whatnot. The bio he gave me is, I am a 17-year-old American producer who usually likes and makes more on the energetic side of EDM. Also, I'm a big fan of longer, more drawn-out songs, if they keep themselves interesting throughout, of course. He said, for the description, I'm not super proud of the submission, but something is better than nothing, so maybe it'll grow on me later, he said. In the screenshot of the project, on the right side, you can read all of the groups. He tried to organize them and label each based on what they are, like basses, drums, leads, and stuff like that. He made MIDI and then reversed the MIDI sample too. So here's the beat.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Bowser's Castle. Smart use of this lead. His lead reverse, it's gonna sound pretty much the same. It's got very jungle vibes to it. It sounds like birds, like rainforesty.
Yeah, like a mix of Bowser and Donkey Kong.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. That's funny, I was thinking the same thing. Nice. Very good.
Oh.
For creativity, because he made reversed signals sound forward, I think that definitely deserves a little bit of praise for it. I think the whole beat was creative in the idea of it. It had like a jungle vibe to it. Had kind of a video game vibe. It's interesting because I guess the video game vibe is probably the easiest we can do. Maybe we're also just big nerds and like we just compare everything to video games, but
100%.
creativity wise, like it's really creative. It was interesting. The melody sounded good. The way the beat was made was really creative. I don't feel like it should rate super high on creativity.
I feel like like you definitely took your time making this, and I respect that a lot. I guess something that my ear wanted to hear in this specific competition, the specific prompt that was given was, I want to hear more of the reverse. You know what I mean? Like, of the purposeful reverse. I think what you did was very impressive, but yeah, that's what's on my mind.
I think that's probably what makes me feel like it kind of goes down a teeny bit because it's more percussive and everything. It has the safe leads in it, but it's almost like I want to hear a little more melodics with the reverse, and I think that's probably what I was getting at without really understanding.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like that's your style, that's awesome. So like that's pretty cool that you like found a way to do it. So I'm not ragging on that. I'm not bagging on it, anything like that. But I guess for this specific like thing, you know what I mean?
All right, sample integration. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so do you know if in his explanation that he used the sample for drums?
No, I don't know. I don't know about drums. I think he took a regular kick drum and just like reversed that and stuff like that. So it's not like everything is sample. The sample doesn't actually come in until the mid breakdown and the rest of the track. It kind of comes in after the intro, so you don't actually hear the sample until a little bit. I think the sample is kind of that middle lead. Production quality. Production quality, I think, was higher for me. I think definitely he did a lot of stuff that was really production quality cool. I think he did a lot of awesome stuff with it. I think it sounded, definitely very passable for a good solid song. Nothing was like crazy out of balance or anything like that. It all felt pretty good. Obviously it's wonky because it's all reversed, but that's the nature of it.
Felt like it was really good. It felt like something that would like be played somewhere.
We always go back to it, but I'm like, this is like literally something that would play in a video game.
yeah, something that you play in a video game and like you're running
this is like
a bunch of bad guys or something.
Agreed. In arrangement, what are your thoughts for the structure of the beat, the story of the beat of the beat?
I thought the arrangement was solid. Yeah, I thought the arrangement was pretty decent. There was a part that I really liked. I think it was like maybe the first or second transition. I can't fully remember. But I liked that it went from being like super in your face to being like airy and breathable. And then like
second transition.
Yeah. And I don't know. I like a good arrangement.
It kind of kept the same thing going. Didn't have like it had a lot of change ups, but nothing like it's like not this is not exactly what happened in his track, but it's like like hi-hats turned off, or like hi-hats came back in, or like the bass turns off for a second and comes back. Like that's kind of the changes I'm talking about, where I'm like, okay, like it's not new structure, it's just restructure. And I think that was just the second half lost me a teeny bit. Yeah, so arrangement wise, I would say it knocks off that little half point just because the ending was like, I don't know, I wanted to hear, you heard that like wind up, and I agree with that too. If he had, cut out one of the sections, threw that in there as like a full silent breakdown, and then went into something like crazy, oops, hit my mic. If it goes into something crazy, then it's like, that right there is a really good example of like how to do a switch up. I feel like the thing was, I kind of expected the changes that came. I was a little bit too predictable.
Mm-hmm.
In the arrangement, it's like, I think I've said this before, arrangement, you want it to be unpredictable in a pleasant way. You want to subconsciously guide somebody, the listener, to where you want to get. Originality, we can tag team, like usual. The originality, I think it was pretty good. It had that factor of it being kind of, you know, Donkey Kong, kind of video gamey, kind of jungly. Like, I like the fact that the hi-hats actually sounded like rainforest birds. Like, it actually sounded like a rainforest. His beat sounded wet.
Nice.
Is that me? Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was pretty original in a sense too. I mean, there are aspects.
I would say, like, and I feel like it's really mean to say it this way. It just didn't have something that captivated me. It needs something, and I can't tell what it needs, if that makes sense. I mean, again, like, I feel bad because it's like, I know NGC is a good artist, and it's not that I want to be like, this is bad. It's just that, like, it just needs, again, that something to make me feel like it has, like, a hook or a draw, or it's got to have something that I can return to and, like, really hold on to. Keep smacking my mic just a little
I will
bit.
say, even in the lead itself, it's not like a repetitive lead. It's like you made a whole entire melody with the lead, which is pretty cool.
I think also too, actually, technically, that lead that I was saying, he like chose something specific that was safe. I think that's actually my sample. I think my sample is the lead. So.
Really?
What are you giving me that face for?
Is it actually?
I think that lead is the sample, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, you know, congrats Plastic Faith. Awesome job on the track.
Yeah, good job, Plastic Faith. That's really good, man. You got some talent. I like that. That's really good stuff.
Plastic Faith surprised me a lot with the track, and it's funny because I think it is. Well, actually, it is the lowest energy track we have in here in terms of like like bounce and bass. But it ended up just like the X factor of it just took me, and I was like, I just really like this. I want to kind of like live in the track for a little bit, and it felt really good. So, Plastic Faith scored a 8 in creativity, a 7.5 in sample integration, an 8 in production quality, an 8 in arrangement, 8.5 in originality / X factor, landing him a total of 40 points.
Fire.
The total scoring for, I'm just going to say Eliks because it's easier to say, and I think it sounds a little cooler than Eliks. Got a 3 in creativity, a 2.5 in sample integration, a 4 in production quality, a 2 in arrangement, and a 2 in originality, scoring a total sum of 13.5.
Nice.
And that, I have to remember, that might be our lowest scoring track ever.
I think at least from the video, funny guy, I feel like he'd probably be like, yeah, I deserved a 13.5, or like, honestly, I probably deserve less, or maybe I deserved a point more or something on here or there, you know what I mean? But like, just
Make
like,
your
he
case
seems like a chill guy.
I'll review your case if you want to argue for more points.
Make the case.
Make the case.
I'll be there.
Alrighty. So, NGC5194 had a 7 in creativity, a 8 in sample integration, a 8 in production quality, 7.5 in arrangement, and a 6.5 in originality / our X Factor category, kind of like extra a little bit, with a total score landing him at 37. Just shy. A little shy of Plastic Faith. Let's see here. Can you hear that?
Hey, I heard that little FL Studio
I'm
startup.
gonna reverse it. I'm really curious now to hear what this sounds like if it's entirely
Oh,
reversed.
yeah.
I'm like really curious.
I gotta hear it.
I'm gonna unreverse your beat. It's very sparkly. It's weird rhythm.
That's wild.
This is the ending of the song, which is my favorite part of the reverse version.
Yeah. That's crazy. This sounds like something completely different.
I know. It definitely doesn't have a cohesive noise to it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the structure's like all backwards.
Mm.
Dang. Okay. Unreversed beat. It's funny too. It's funny because the fact that we can reverse it and still enjoy it, even though it's the reverse battle, is cool. Like the fact that we liked it forward and back. I definitely like it in like his version more than
Yeah.
the reverse I have here. But that was cool.
Yeah, I like that. That was interesting to listen to.
He has a palindrome beat.
I like the beat a lot. Do another one. Do another beat competition. I want to see what else you got.
The next battle will be hosted probably next week. I might kind of rush it a little more again, just so I can get a track out faster. But or I can get like another video out quicker to kind of bridge the gap for them, like what I missed basically. Yeah, when this video goes live, Plastic Faith, you will have a $50 reward waiting for you whenever you want it. So congrats. In the future, I hope to make that prize pool a lot bigger, like I always say. Invite your friends to it. Invite people to join the beat battle. I would love to have more contestants in here to give more people the opportunity to be put into the spotlight. And the more people who enjoy this kind of content, the more you guys will get to shine through all of this and get to actually have yourself promoted and everything else that I can do for you guys. You know, even on Discord itself, if you guys are a member of the Discord, I want to have kind of these evenings where no matter who you are, if you want to just jump into a call when I'm producing, it's going to be kind of like an Ask Me Anything. And it's going to be like, how do I do this with something? And then we're all just going to share knowledge.
Thank you guys for sticking with the video until the end. If you think you have what it takes to win Ultimate Producer and want to sign up, there will be a link down in the description of this video. Consider subscribing to support what I do and to support the artist in the battle. If you'd like to support me, stream my music on any major streaming platform or head over to my exclusive beat shop or merch store. Congrats to this battle's ultimate producer, Plastic Faith.